Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Yo, abusuafo. Eye na wotwe mu a na NDC amanyoku no ekopa omo running mate ho entoma ewo UPSC. Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang. Yena yenim de esi honom, in fact ene I talk about a year obia eka ho asem na eye ya pa ya maame ho ntoma ewi ye no ya maame be kasai na o ma speech bi a Ghana for, in fact amanoni international media obiara chesa ani agye ho a o mo ka ho asem na ene ewo eye TV3 the key points so mpejifo bi akasa ewo ho, the likes of Professor Ransford Gyampo mu ene lawyer Martin Kpebu mu na mpejifo bi mepese yekọ na yekotie ensem a omokafa ye maame enkomodi a na se ye maame speaker obema no ewo ayi no otia ba de bi mu se omokra de goose bombs kwa egu omo. I will see guomo maame no, and I want you to listen. Na yehu de na tias ye na yehu nipa kora ye nya no as a running mate to Omanpenini John Dramani Mahama. Aha a PENDREAM TV. Message also subscribe to the channel and also subscribe we no one like video instead be able to chira ma for so to me anya bi ahwe. Mesraw wo adwenkyere bi a fato comment section no ase efama ye. Yanko ni enkotie issues no said ye mpanyifo esidi omonkomo esify.
And I don't do this alone. So yeah, Professor Kukwasari, thank you very much for this.
That's Kukwasari's message.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to this next issue quickly, and I reserve a lot for you, Professor Gyampo, on the next matter. The official presentation, we're going to call it outdooring of Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang as the running mate to John Dramani Mahama ahead of election 2024. While we still wait for the outdooring of the running mate for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, but this is what she had to say. In fact, a number of things. They said this is the new Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang because her jobs seem to have then ushered her into the politics of Ghana. Take a look.
I will repay your abiding confidence with loyalty, with understanding, and a devotion to duty. My output going forward by the grace of God will continue to demonstrate what the world knows already, that women are also capable of high achievements, that we do so with that reservoir of strength, determination, and mental acuity that only those who are noble and far-sighted like you can comprehend and contend with. I will share in our collective successes and share responsibility for our setbacks, if any. And at the time of reckoning, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I will not, in advancement of self-serving ambition, declare to the whole world that I was only the driver's mate.
Well, she has she has a lot that going for her in favor right now, being the first female vice chancellor of a state university or public university. She is the first running mate to be retained by the NDC while in opposition. So while in opposition, they've always changed running mates. She's the first to be retained while in opposition. And if the NDC wins 2024, she'll be the first female vice president. You see how that plays out. For example, is this new Prof. Nana Jane going to help the NDCs to get in any way? Well, I think so. I watched, listened to her. She clearly has matured politically. She said all the great things that had to be said. And even though there were some unprofessional but partisan jabs that also livened her presentation, I think generally she said all that would have to be said. And I would admit that listening to her posture, how she articulated the issues, it gave a certain hope. Yes. It gave a certain hope. The point has always been that the President Akufo-Addo gave us a lot of hope in the lead up to the 2016 elections. And I think we all know how we feel about him now. So I would plead with Professor Opoku Agyemang. He is not a typical politician. And I'll plead that the kinds of things that she said, she would ensure that if even the typically partisan president is veering off the rail, you would bring him on track so that there will be hope, okay, that when good and decent people get into politics, their DNA is not altered by negative, excessive partisanship. One thing that I was excited again about was the fact that, see, as a people, I think we have done well in our quest to empower women. We have done well as a people to appoint women as vice chancellors, women as ministers, women as chief justices, women as electoral commissioners, women as members of parliament. And now we are seeking to get a woman to the level of the presidency. Let women support their own. Let women support their own. You see, the battle against the marginalization of women will be fought and lost if women do not support themselves. Number two.
Hasama me pese o me dwene han kakra. Hasama o kan de na o pese o kire. Was say women should support their own. Enka Nansia metese na Kevin Taylor eka asembisi se senka ni papa mu a ka Ghana ha enka ni papa mu a ena enye too much politics. They say Ghana ya politicize bibia ma ene chese odwene ho a wonte ase a enka at this time said the first time in the history of Ghana oba besia oba ya power no say omra made the running mate of one of the biggest political parties our Ghana ha ayinim say a potentially a political party that can win elections and take over the reins of this country. And by now, was say, and ma omano edru jom kasa by now, come release press statement, mabe kasa, abe show interest, abe then abe support ye mami. Say they are in for her because say mami et mi dru hano ateni sa height na ebeka Ghana emanyina ebe bua Ghana manyina enti se ekoba ne se BBC yasi na yehu ye ma ya omo se bio omo from omo so omo ye influencers, social media influencers, omo ye celebrities, omo ye den na aba anamwamu na mama bra mo asewa amihie mo chese mention them Jackie Apia mo like actresses ni celebrities yenya omumu bia sorry said no, this woman, I will support this woman and make sure that this woman succeeds. And just your problem as a nation, your problem as a mind. So we number study they see America or bra for the first time in the history of America. A year FN saying FN say I stand to be corrected. I don't know whether it is the Republicans or the Democrats. Ubi ebeka ekaya me pacho onfanto comment section mo asema me. Omuko choose a black man as omo flag bearer. America nyina hu say so who could choose a black man as your flag bearer? And yes, independent candidate be an party's third force for any bill. Where a major political parties now more winning elections are winning over the years. And yako yi a black man as flag bearer there. Let's just say black man are buying a kunyano himself for the first time. They can do something for a black man to become a president. And now so obe breaki sa gin no obe breaki sa record no na wa set records ama blacks na ewo America no enso so akuma to mu yem say for the first time we have had an American black man ono so otumi abeji akonya na abu na abie kwan ato ama blacks nyina china any black at all betumi asoro so ono so Kpebu position biara ewo America say presidency Gyampo say black man akudia and then the church say black man ain't me be speaker and now black man ain't me be chief justice ewo America and now black man to me hold position bia ewo honom what you say ain't no e ba na sa no the whole blacks community including their celebrities Jay-Z mu Beyonce mu a friend saying like TV presenters near what they are de omu nyina ka omu bomu blacks no omu nyina ka omu bomu e supporte a friend saying Obama omu nyina because no one say Obama it me attain sa height na it will affect every black man. It doesn't matter where you are, a bit affected and a bit positively, a bit pushy or a bit boost your morale. A bit ma America as a black man be a proposition be a find a black no can shake. Enti a boy ma omoye den e de omo nyina support. E de ko support ye said ye be ya black man bit me achieve sa a year FN saying height no. And a bum. So what you say? So and Kagana for the first time or Babayev vice president like running mate of a political party, you name say it is a potential party that can win elections. Cause by now, a man most no manundru jom mu influencers mu ye say to say nana bamo. And by now, so many PPA. I supporting my man. They should put politics aside because at the time, most of the black celebrities no almost sorry D. Obama chino. Some of them were in Republican Party. It brings no more Democrat party. But it drew say black man abe jina for one of the political parties. They all went into supporting that agenda. Ubianko jina. Other side net because one who said this is the time America can make a history so that the blacks will be broken like the bandage, the chains that have been saying put on them will be broken. It's omo ye like omo na communal labor omo nyina de omo be bom e support ye ebinim de omo sika Jay-Z mu de omo sika ebe support ye and make sure say Barack Obama will win the elections. Said be a warm. And then says our opportunity need be abeda hope. Now for the first time a woman is going to become the vice president of Ghana. Na see to ye hu e makuakuo yi bi ensore se omo be di na chi. Ye hu e fen sen sa friends saying social media influencers yibi so mo ba be di akire a na as if like it means that Ghana no your problem yente nyoma bi ase ya politicize bibia kwada ne politics we mfiri mi krom we nya me papa party me maame party we nya mabu kasa me kanomo party we nya mi krom party enti sa ade no be boa Ghana man kwa da bi apart from Shamima what me yi nanim ukaya dey no ko no na oye MC or kano program na say so no there he has come out to support the woman for the first time Oba politics ma be supporting woman no to make because or no we gender advocate it is who say mami atumi to sa na mo na be do sa level then ono be boa mami na succeed. These are some of the things we should be doing. Ghana ma mon sorry na mama bra mu jaki apia mon so this is not politics. We munyi politics unto nchen na mun push this particular agenda for a woman to get there. Enye easy. Ghana is over 60 years. Enye easy. It is a much me your baby do sa level we na man making sure says oba no tennis height na da pen biem ebe mo say oh yeah the celebrities we've gotten where we want to get to kai hu say mo mama no mo nananom mo nchirima mo some generation yet unborn on be free mase aba nyamo be ye nne no ene be bokwan ato ho e de ama omo so abedu ho ana abedu height bi said ye bi mbabo kwan abeto ho ama nnamu mu bia benya opportunity TV so ne ho ade anne musuma be celebrities ne ho ade no musumo mo sa friends kwan ne to ho e ma mu nchirima munyi politics in free. This is not politics. Oba bontina obeka say the fact is a woman we wa your banti na end friends oba be stand for running mate like what be jina running mate there may make sure say party be winning no be running mate forget everything yati kroma and afia Schwarzenegger eba ye say ono we NDC ni but o te say ye Akufo-Addo ye free SHS ni nti 2020 on nam ye campaign de ma Akufo-Addo because ofi say ye free SHS no ebeboa ne ma nti ono no enye so ye NDC ni sorry MPP ni anase say nti na okoto abama Akufo-Addo na mum eye free SHS no nti na ono okoto or to abama free SHS enya Akufo-Addo. Some of you people can also do same. Some more to abama eye women empowerment. More to abadiama women empowerment, not NDC. Not because you are NDC or not because you've gone to join the NDC, but you are going for women empowerment because you are social media influencers. You are pushing for women to be heard, women to be seen in high positions in this country. So for as far as this woman is getting there, you are rallying your support behind her to make sure say obeba abe winning no abe yes after you know. This is how we build a nation. So how can we so and ye faso see or like or mine you see ye bo mine bra or china e beba udimu ene si ye ka bibia obeti say ye ka dum so ho asem a no obia akotwa nani no de kwa akohwe Yvonne Nelson adentira because at the time when na Ghana na 2015 na dum so time no ono and started agenda Emma you say or no say or koye doom so vigil nya emma onya support ma Ghana for enyina kodi na chi de yes our demonstration enti ene woni dim obewu akọ ne ma ene ne ma no ma ebeba beto sa history no ombegogo omekwa ko hu sa history no about their grandmother say ebre bi omo maame omo nana omo great grandmother and ye fed Yvonne Nelson or ye bibi say Emma or mining in nationally or organize affairs and national according dimu nti ade bi a wo ye no ebekọ wudimu it is ye beti say ne emma bi asori Jackie appear for the first time or say or no so bad politics. I'm making sure that this woman will win the elections so that she becomes the first female vice president in Ghana. Just to empower women and to honor the to hell with your political parties. She is going to support the woman. Yate say Ivonnes na sorry di mami echi. Yate say na diabuari ma sorry di mami echi. Matankoma mo. Yate say nana mama gramu any offense offense nana ba ana moamo se wa mi hie mo belamundi mo. Mo the politics are turn chance say no, we are going to support this cause to make it happen now. Mo fi say die na besi. Abusiafo mo fi say die na besi. Mo fi say die pa na besi. Ebe boa Ghana nyina. Afa obo hu say ochina bi oba bi betumi anya kukudu aso say okay, and I'm going for the main seat, the presidency. And no na ono so betumi anya amanfo betumi anya kukudu akọ support no. Amasa ade na bam. Now, I think the women empowerment amukotena TV, so we should empower our women. We should empower women. And I find that thing can come into reality. Ni enja say social media, they be a concert. Nyome unyankwa and ye de abrabo eye. Yantua and common society na Professor Gyampo canon.
Let the woman who ascend to that high office, if she gets the nod to ascend to that high office of the vice presidency, let her use her position to also empower other women in a manner reflective of the resemblance model of representation that states that a person who typifies the features of the larger group of people to which he belongs is able to better represent, that group. So if she's able to do this, okay, listening to her, it reminded me so much of Professor Mills, very fine, decent politician, and all that. So it is not so much about wooing us and making us, let me say this, the 2024 elections is not even going to be fought by the caliber of running mates that one selects. It is going to be purely the examine your life, the Shewa sitting natural. It's going to be the economy. That is going to be the number one deciding factor. And so for me, I see her as an icing on the cake. Let her be on track. Let her move beyond giving us hope to actually, if she gets the nod, assisting the president to do things that would also restore the despondency and the sense of hopelessness that Ghanaians are now beginning to have in the political elite. It's not good for us. Kpebu, in a minute, 1 minute on this, please.
Yeah, the speech, as Prof said, when I heard it, look, I had goose pimples. Yeah, I had goose pimples. I was like, hey, oh yes, and we see. Goose pimples. I was like, oh, and she appeared to be talking from her heart. Yeah. The only problem now, I want to be cautious. Having supported the Kufuado and had my fingers bent, I want to be very careful. No.
So you want to be cautious this time around? I want to be cautious
because of what Kufuado is done to us. All otherwise, right. Prof spoke from her heart. It was full of hope. It lifted me. I got goose pimples. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I said, that is a speech. Yes, of what? From an English professor. So we will hold her feet to the fire. This speech we will not forget, because the main part, one very important part of it I'm interested in is that she said they will hold people accountable, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, they are going to ensure people will be prosecuted. Remember last week I said we'll have to prosecute Baumia for his role in the PDS scandal, changing the clause from a bank guarantee to insurance guarantee, prosecute Kufuado for the phantom, the fumigation that cost us over 500 million, which is needless. The 800 million he intended to take in the Ameri deal, the way
you said you are going to bring it.
So I'm expecting that when I lodge my complaint with the CID, I will send her copies when she's vice president. I will send her copies that she would support. Oh, and of course, we'll not forget, if CID doesn't prosecute Chairman Wuntumi for the Galamsey, Yeah, you know,
has the CID given you any responses or updates as yet?
No, we've sent a letter to Madam Fosina and Kofi over a month ago. She's not even said a word to us. So if they don't, and Professor Nana Agyemang becomes Nana Opoku Agyemang becomes vice president, when I report to the CID, I will send her copies so that she would lead the charges for the prosecution, because we can't continue to allow politicians to run as
assuming she doesn't, you still have I'll hold you to your word of taking up these matters.
Yes.
For investigation.
Yes, Mr. Kansi, and let me mention in council. Let's thank OSP. Yesterday we won the round one, the corruption case in Tamale, the case against NDA. The establishment of no case was thrown out. So the accused persons have been asked to open their defense. Yeah.
Thank you. Martin Kpebu is private legal practitioner. Thank you very much. Nelson Roxon, Gyampo, thank you very much. Yes, they have said what you have to say.
The lawyer and the professor.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
1 minute.
30 seconds.
1 minute.
30 seconds.
They have thrown the ball to you.
Prof lectured me in communicative skills in 97, 98.
Okay.
University of Cape Coast.
Right.
2 months ago, I was advocating for her renomination. And somebody asked, what did she bring to the table? This was a woman who led policy changing directives and programs at the Ministry of Education, led the University of Cape Coast to expand to become a modern university. Today, they've been ranked as the best in Africa.
Wow.
This woman.
Is that which
UCC. We've been ranked as the best.
Oh, please.
Let's
not go there. Let's not go there.
That's a couple of years ago.
The program is
yes.
Successful.
But let me say this.
I'm
a product of Lagos. I'm a product of UCC. But let me say UCC ranked the best.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
But finally,
Professor Gyampo, Dawere, Ediama, the Lagos school. Ubi Antiasi.
I have to.
Finally,
why should you say this? They say talk about Nana.
Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang has made a point. We are waiting the Monsignor Thomas Baumia to bring his running mate.
But why don't we call him Monsignor? Why do we call him Monsignor?
Okay, Alhaji Baumia. Alhaji Dr. Baumia.
Nelson Roxon, thank you. Also to you, Martin Kpebu.
I wish I had a day commodore ABC Mwakasa Mati said, yeah, and Pennyfor no Esika or Massamon. In fact, said Martin Kpebu a kind make me a catcher said the same thing I also felt. In fact, said more mobile share me video no more PENDREAM editorial, more share video name some me kafa. I think say me are made better video I say who share comment section nasia obohu say me pini e dia to hono. Na muntie asema me kafa na mo hwɛ me reaction towards ne kasa. In fact, me to na ase ehwie nsuonwunu e de agu me so. Me tie maame no na ase nsuonwunu ne ya hwie de agu me so. In fact, me tena me sorry me hu ne me nya me hu say what? Nti sa nyomo we nyina agu maame we mu. Ena nka Ghana fo pese ye ma Charlie ye wade ye o. So when you some of these products, wa man your same one. Now we jam man a share wa bomusu. They say Africa and now Ghana. Your problem are ye nya ye pass ye ma Dr. Kwame Nkrumah a share. And you can ye and Kenya and say that's all we are our Korea sweet. What I say? Your opportunities be one more. Unya grab it. Na make sure say nipa no nimdie bia nyamedie dua no mo ba exhaust say nimdie ni nyina to the benefit of the country. Or some otwene nyina mo twene nyina free no mu na eboa oman because your onkrofo bi nyame sheta po mo baako na dey to oman bia mu. For a woman to rise to a professor status, bra, sister, mommy, papa, is not small. And yet, I know, so you people know, you understand it. we no mabre so no nye abra ne ye toto certificate rough and on ko mfiri abusua a meka na se omu wo sika bi no aka se abusua na fo na toto certificate man no enya kufu adomu abusua ni bi a ye toto certificate man na woto we ubisa na se owo offense school mate krampa oni bi or classmate oni bi e wo ne law school up to now ya challenge na wotimi emfa bi on provide bi mai no enye bi ni abusuafo we onfiri sa abusua nim ofiri abusua sebe binim ena adisua nim de adwene na scholarship kakra ni namu saa na ne odi abedu level wa du. It is such a woman, don't joke with her. Friday no na okujetu ablakwa kano ewo good morning Ghana so abra after 2020 elections no ewie ye no FN saying the women something ebe fa no so on be your president menu ka say wa resign, but they are insisting that August event person ye no on Kenya on your resign. They have accepted the resignation, but they want her to wait till no nebe cheers our event no ansa na obe kokra. Masa, don't go there. How woman we ono onko ba bi ho emma ho no mon say you mon hwe ne odbe education sector. Ghana became the best in West Africa. Was near topic BC near topic ene ya dwane akwachiri ho no. Apo na esi ye de ma ye man sa apo school bia ye tro esi apo no de enye those days unya na mu teachers no de makoshe baby ni akire mo say na wo ko no bompa say sa apo no koto no da bi o we de e apo a mo betena class na teachers na fa paper ba ko no mako weke ni akọ weke ni aprint ni nyina na ye de abremo na ye de ahyehya mo nsa ni de amese mo ntworo wo be ko no na nkwala no omu nyina the same thing question ba ko omu nyina the same thing no ma answer said the way is baby is wo we was baby and was one sa na was no wo ha baby dot wo sa no mu nyina atworo no mo de aba because teachers na someone kasa mo teachers ye chi omo ni invigilators ye chi omo just the recent offense was ye tworo yi last year nyoma esisi ye nti abusuafo momma yenhwe kwan a yebetumi afa so amama min atumi abedru saa mpempenso no emma mo okurum ha monsori waka monsori na mon fa mon ntoma no mon ko support man mon forget politics ye won nyoma bi wo hono mo a sometimes mama nyene na amanfo beka say sansem hunu no yemfa nya amamwo Ghana yemfa nya amamwo mon sorry waka mon sorry one day ye titi abetie no na ne cha no ye ko nyina no wo history wo story na wo tworo de ato no wo dachi abakosem na wo tworo e de ato ho o china emaya bi betumi asori aka se wo abre bi abra na oba odi kan ba be ye fence running mate e ba be ye president vice president ye asumasi na sorry ye pontoma o masi de ko support no to make sure so be winning elections e man winning elections e be ye nunyam she de ato ama na munjai politics no to munjai politics no ento na muntu anamon papa emma samre mu hia ahemfo ahema hodo amu okrom ha asante ahema achema ahema hodo amu obiye mu Ashanti region mu northern region mu central region mu western region ahema kwaku mon kam humom to support this women organizations amu okrom ha gender FN saying advocates are more krum ha mon sorry waka ms support no to make sure say your own. Yes, Professor Gyampo says, support your own. This is the time. This is the time. You people shouldn't take it for granted. Also, no worker says and quote me we near a Juma Ben also making sure so also did the position no ever support a ma to me a succeed. Yes, and I know this woman is going to do it. The woman is going to do it, but Abia na anko count. Pastor Abia was sorry ye, and I would do who Jim and winning ya. Or China be opinion crophobia at your more you saw more at the aboa and mile, Obiana overcome be. Overcome be. To Mama Yanni now, this time, Massa, a communal labor, and it was ye caught into 7 December 2024 elections. Obiama obi biara nyi ne ho mfirim. Ghana ni bia mo manone mo fa mo support embre mo constituencies. Mo fa support embre mo so mo fa nya adwuma. Mo tete makuakuo mo be support maame no. It's not about politics. Mo fa NDC nto nchen. Mo fa NDC nto nchen. Sene be ya ye mama wo kurum ha no omo soso betumi ade omo. Epunu bi betumi abia mo because oba to me be the running mate and a vice president of the republic. Hey, nan near position be na obi betumi de hunahuna oba okurum ha. Position be say oba no obeye running mate we are automatically we president. Enti abokwan de to homa oba bia o person was standing for president okurum ha. What you see at the moment obeye sa no e bokwan de to oba biara okurum ha. E bokwan de to e de mo ba biara okurum ha because onya beye vice president automatically she is a president. Yes, or a president. Aha a PENDREAM TV and command your cover free a year the key points TV3 or Kansi and or your host no and ye de abram you must also subscribe to the channel na wa like video e de am inside video betimi akwachi ma foforo so answer to me aka share video no to other platforms wo nyina so na wo adwenkyere bia me pacho wo de ato comment section no ase e de am PENDREAM TV yese edamu yopo.
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.